All right, everybody. Everybody have a cup of coffee? The second cup of coffee? Third? I think I'm on third. Welcome to 1 Million Cups, Chico. 1 Million Cups is a non-profit-based organization put on through the Kauffman Foundation. And 1 Million Cups represents the accumulated cups of coffee it takes across the United States for entrepreneurs to get their job done. And that's to be independent and create your own income. Create your own world and help the local economy by creating jobs. So, entrepreneurship is down like 40% across the United States over the last 10 years. So, 1 Million Cups is a side branch of the Kauffman Foundation, which helps mostly entrepreneurialism, classes, workshops across the United States. So right now, across the United States, there's 150 other chapters doing the same exact thing, meeting at 9 o'clock, sharing their ideas, and promoting an open door ecosystem to let everybody know that this is a place to come and share your ideas with everybody. And to get positive feedback about those ideas so you can test them out before you go in front of investors, people, banks. Because sharing your ideas with your friends and family is a little bit different than standing in front of a room of people you don't know. Friends and family are going to tell you, that's a great idea, Bobby. Let's go sell more. I'll take a couple of those free things and share them out. But in front of everybody here, you get some good creative and also eye-opening responses back on your ideas. So it's a good place to test those ideas and then see if you need to pivot and change your direction. And it's also a place to collaborate and find the connections in the community, because all of us have a collective knowledge in our own industry, but it's not what we know, it's also who we know. And that's a big thing about this, is when you're done with your presentations, it's a 6-minute presentation and 20 minutes of question and answer. At the end of it, you have an ask to the community. So if you need help with marketing, or you need help with database stuff, you need help with website development, or finance, this is the place to ask out loud, and hopefully someone in the crowd is going to come up and talk to you and say, I know a guy. Everyone knows a guy that can help you out. Because a 2-minute conversation with some people will save you months and thousands of dollars on a little snippet of information. So please, if you have some knowledge, if you can pitch in and help somebody when you come to events, reach out to them, send them an email, stuff. Be very helpful. We are here today to thank our sponsors. We have Garden Village today for the facility. We have Chico Starts. We have Jenny Short Consulting. Chamber.
Is that a question? We're here.
And what else? Who else do we have there? I get that lab helped out a lot with their facility in the past. That was the first one? That was the first one. And also our organizers. Kent there. Wow. Kent's one of the organizers, myself, Danny, here. We have a few people missing, but that's what it's about. We have this every week, so at least you can make one and show up. What else is there? I think that's it for right now. But we have today's presentation by Connor Clancy, who is one of Chico Start's Center for Entrepreneurialism out of Chico State. He's one of our interns. He's working on his startup idea. They work out of Chico Start. We're helping them take their theory and have a practical place to work on those ideas and collaborate and meet with our mentors. And also present here to get some feedback on their presentation. So in the semester, hopefully we'll do another pitch, maybe in our office, or maybe here to finalize their projects. So today, Connor Clancy with Black Ink Economics. Thank you very much. It's all yours.
Thank you, Tim. 6 minutes on the clock. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's had their coffee. I'm working on it. I love what Tim said right there about how entrepreneurship is really a team sport, because it is. This isn't really something you can do by yourself, so always try to reach out, do that. If I haven't had the opportunity to speak with each and every one of you yet, I would love that. So we'll chat after my presentation. Sound good? All right, let's hop right in, guys. My name's Connor Clancy, and I'm here from Black Ink Economics. Essentially what we do at Black Ink Economics is we provide trade alerts, analysis, and education for stock traders at all levels. So let's start with the basics. What does a stock trader do? Try to stick with me, it's going to go fast. We all know the buy low, sell high, right? Yeah, okay. So then you got to wake up and you got to come in, you got to look at your person's pivots. You got to come down, check it with your PMC, go over to your VWAP. There's a lot to it. So a little bit confused? Yeah, that's okay. That's one of the problems Black Ink is here to solve. The problems we're addressing in the marketplace is trading is really dangerous waters. If you're misled or you don't really know what you're doing, if you're just going for it, you're probably not going to have a very fun time. It's super scary out there. Currently, there's no clear path from A to Z. There's not somebody out there who's willing to take you from explaining what a stock is, why a company has stocks, why they would even break their company up and go public like that. Somebody to take you from that very beginning step to becoming an effective trader. Our goal here is to take you all the way from A to Z, so that way, after our courses, you'll be able to look at this chart and know exactly what's going on, what the play is, what the setup is, be able to look at it in about 4 or 5 minutes and have it nailed. So there's no clear path from A to Z, that's what we're solving there, and it's also extremely expensive. If you Google how to trade stock, you're going to get a lot of gurus that say the top 10 charts, that the only 5 things you'll need, like all of those things, and of course it's going to come with a $900 bill. All of our education is free. It's the tools that we provide that we charge for. So you can come with us and we'll hold your hand all the way to learning how to trade. Along that road, you kind of learn how important it is to use our tools. And that's essentially how we convert to clients. Traders are making bad trades right now because if you're not trading in a community, then you're going to sink. Trading is all about community and creating this way to make better trades. As we all work together, we're able to spot more positions and whatnot. Also time. Trading takes an absolute astonishing amount of time. I wake up at around 4:45 every morning and I'm not done until 1 p.m. It's great hours if you live in New York where Wall Street is, but we don't. But it's cool. You can get off at 1 and go surfing. So that's one of the things we solve here at Black Ink is we sit in front of the computer for you so you can go about your life while still being a consistently profitable trader. So our solution to all of those problems, obviously, is the A to Z education. We also community source trades. Since we have so many clients at this point, clients are kicking us back trades, at which point we'll go through them, we'll run the setup. And if it is a good setup, then we'll send it out to the rest of the clients with a little so-and-so, give them a little bit of credit. But it's that community that's able to produce these quality trades. We do all the work for you. We sit down in front of the computer all day, so you can go ahead and take your kids grocery shopping, whatever you want to do. And you'll get text straight to your phone when there's trade positions available. Our current offerings, we have 2 right now. The first is our Swings and Bullish Setups newsletter. So that comes out every Sunday night. So that gives our traders the opportunity to go through and really read the letter. This is what it looks like. I don't expect you to be able to read that or see that. But each one of these is an analysis point. Under here is all explanation about what we see. So that's where we're really pushing that education point. So we highlight all the points in the setup as well as explain them. So that's our Swings and Bullish newsletter. Comes out every Sunday night. That's $15 a month. And then you can do the full package. With the full package, you get trade alerts sent directly to your cell phone. So it looks like this. This is from this morning. If you look, we say what the stock is, when to get in, when to get out. So we really help you hold your hand. Of course, the entire time we're explaining what we're actually looking at. If you look, we reference the newsletter picks. This is the whole system to really help you get from A to B. Our current traction is we have about 75 clients right now. We have 750 likes on Facebook. We actually just got there, so we're pretty stoked on that. And we're working with a company named Jetstock out of Sacramento to help develop more products for us, like screeners that would be available to our clients on a subscription basis. Coming through, what's next for us in our pipeline? We currently have a custom college course that we're designing specifically around the schedule of a college student. We're looking for swing trades, which are trades that go over multiple days, so there's not really an intense timetable. We're trying to design this whole book to fit right around the schedule of a college student. Because we get a lot of college students coming up to us and asking, how do I learn this? Do I have the time? And the reality is probably not. So we're designing this entire Jumpstart course, and we hope to go live with that early summer. Next, we have screeners and an entire environment for our corporation that we're building with Jetstock out of Sacramento. We're writing our Black Ink handbook, which will eventually be available for free as a PDF. That goes back to our education for all kind of deal. And if you go to our site, you'll see it's not the best right now. We're currently working on a site migration. That'll take us 1 minute. That'll take us to more tools that'll be a lot better. Here's the team: myself, Connor Clancy, my partner Kyle Herman. There's him and his family. We have about 15 years experience. He has a bachelor's in economics and business. I'm a student at CSU Chico. That's about it. Share it with us. Up here, I threw up a few of our client testimonials just from our site. I don't expect you to be able to read it from back there. But if you go to our site, blackinkeconomics.com, you can read them firsthand. This is one of my favorites. This client went from $2,200 to $53,636 in 1 week. If you look at the bottom, it specifically said these would never be on our radar, stuff like that. Here's another client. On his 1 month, he had a 19% return. So I'm going to guess there's going to be a lot of questions. All right, sweet, let's have them. Yes?
I have like a couple.
Thank you. we got one over here. There we go. It wasn't horrible, was it?
You got through the 6 months.
One and done. It's kind of a couple of follow-ups. So my first question is, what's your demographic? Are you going for, it sounds like you're kind of going for the inexperienced person?
Right. So our demographic is, we originally were targeting males 28 to 35 who are sort of looking at stock trading as an alternative to Uber, sort of like a side business sort of thing, because those are the ones who have the time and actually try, but never really get their claws and they never actually have somebody to actually teach them. That being said, as the company has unfolded, we've noticed a huge spread in our demographic from 18-year-olds in high school to professionals on Wall Street.
All males?
No. Female. One of our top clients is female. She's great.
So my next question is when people come looking for you, like the one thing I guess I noticed was the name of your newsletter. I had no idea what it meant, and
Right.
it had to do with your industry. But if your target demographic is people that don't understand it, I'm just curious in the brand new for that.
Right. Yeah. That's why we establish our base with the free education first. By the time you get through, I think the first chapter, you'll know what that means. That's just terminology. A swing trade is a trade that takes place over more than 1 day. So you swing it from day to day. And a bull is good. Think bull goes up. That's why there's the bull on Wall Street. No, and bear is bad. Bear goes down.
So before people even get to the point in which they're paying for a newsletter and that other stuff, there's already.
We try to explain to them why they need it, basically. We teach you how to get there, and then once you're there, you realize that these tools really do help, and they really do increase your profits. Yeah, so that's our way of kind of converting from free education to actual clients. Because if people give it a shot and they go through the education, they realize it's not for them. We don't want to charge them money for that,
So what's the customer journey, I guess? Because once they hit a certain point, how are they going to need you anymore? If you're doing such a good job educating them, is there like a future point or like what?
Yeah, that's where our community comes in. The community is extremely important when you're trading. If you try to trade by yourself, you're not going to do well. That's just the reality of it. So given our support and our one-on-one contact with our clients, they stay with us because we do increase their profitability. We find trades, if you look, you obviously can't read that, but we find trades that wouldn't be on other people's radar because we have this network. So essentially when they're coming to us, they're not just coming to us for the education, they're also coming to us for the tips, the knowledge, the group thought. There's a lot we offer besides just simple education. Is that the end of your thought?
I mean, I'm gonna let other people go myself.
Keep them coming. Yeah.
Good presentation. My question is, do you have a brick and mortar when you train your clients? Is it over the phone? Is it an office? What do you set up for that?
Our clients are spread across the map. We are 100% online. We do these messages that come to your phone. If you reply to them, it opens up a private chat between one of our traders and our client, so they can speak directly with us, answering questions. They'll come in and ask what an indicator is, or if this is a proper setup, or anything like that. At that point, we can help them one-on-one. We also do voice over the phone, Skype, screen sharing, whatever we can do to really help our clients get to the point that they need to be at.
Is there one particular method that you see works better than others, or do you just kind of leave it up to each client?
A lot of it really comes down to engagement. If you try and you show up and you work with the team, then you're going to do well. But if you just try to kind of throw a text out there every now and then and it's not really for you, then you're not going to make it very far. I would say probably the over the phone and the one-on-one screen sharing, that really helps clients, because if you saw, the environment is confusing, to say the least. So when you first open it, it looks nothing like this. This is all custom built, so we come in your screen and we help you get oriented and show you which buttons do what, because a lot of them don't do what they look like and all of that. So once we can get the client comfortable, then they start moving forward a lot faster. So that's one of the big things we try to establish right out of the gate.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Yes?
What's the average buy-in when people do like startup? I mean, how much do they say, okay, or what do you recommend?
That's it. I get that question all the time. It's a great question. The answer to that is there is no real answer to that. I would say 300 for your minimum. At that point, you would want to be trading options probably, which just allows you to leverage your money more. You get more bang for your buck if you're trading options, essentially. They're more volatile, so you get higher percentage returns. You could do 300. If you start with 300, I would recommend a platform that doesn't charge trading fees. If you're working on TD Ameritrade, which this is, you'll be charged like $7 or something. So a round trip trade is $14. What you can do, and what we help a lot of our clients do, is get them set up here so they can use this platform, and then they'll have their actual trading account on like Robinhood or something like that doesn't charge. So at that point, your growth is going to be slow, but you'll be making 19-20%, whatever we happen to do that month. So
I was thinking about that, using the Robinhood, so kind of piggybacking on their marketing, their clientele, so they're going for the younger crowd.
Mm-hmm.
They are students, college, and really hitting the younger market on educating them on these systems. So, with Danny's, who are you targeting, what's going on with the brand?
Yeah, definitely. So essentially, we target more of I would say more of a style of trader. We're looking specifically for day swing traders who are active, who are looking for lower price stocks. And then, God, just the spread on the market, if you look at the statistics, they have it mapped out. It's extremely broad. We're hoping with our new custom courses coming out that we'll be able to narrow our target market down a lot more. But right now it's primarily 35 and up. It's slightly heavier weighted towards men, but there are a lot of women too, which is just awesome. So yeah, one of the things we do is we advertise on places like StockTwits, where these people are already coming together and just battling each other out. If you ever want to laugh, just go on StockTwits. You can watch traders just yell at each other across the keyboard. It's a nightmare. So we advertise there, and then they come into our environment. They're like, I'm not getting yelled at as much here. I kind of like this. That's one of the many ways we convert clients.
What's your background? How did you come up with this? What problem are you solving for people? I mean, I get it. Like, what led you to this?
That's an excellent question. My background, I used to be really heavy into tech. I ran a little networking company when I was in high school in Santa Barbara. We did did like all the wireless and stuff for the homes in Montecito. So I was really heavy into tech. At that point, I started getting interested in financials, and when I was 16, 17, I started asking around looking for a mentor, found a mentor, and spent my 18th birthday trading for the first time so I could finally do it. Terrible. Made every mistake in the book. I don't know if I can count that high. So since we've made every mistake in the book, we kind of help you avoid those sandfalls that we, like for my first trade, I think I bought 3 shares of a company, which is not enough volume. If that company goes up $1, then I make $3, but my trading fees are $14. So you gotta buy volume. Like, it's just little things like that you wouldn't really think about until you go to do it. One of the other things we do when we get clients set up in this environment is, if you look up here, this is green colored. There's another side to it. It's called paper money. So it's a direct replication and it behaves the exact same way, except for you can just decide how many, like what your fund value is. It doesn't. You just play it with fake money. And we recommend doing that. We do that all the time to test out new strategies. There's a billion tools in here. So if we're just trying to get comfortable with a new tool, then that environment is a great place to practice because it stops you from losing money. And then once you're confident, once you're doing well in your paper account, at that point we recommend you come over and start trading real cash.
What's your marketing strategy? I know you just mentioned that one small little piece, but that can't be the only place that you guys are.
Oh, not at all. We run campaigns on Facebook. There's a pretty how do I phrase this? There's a large population of active traders on certain places on Facebook, so we run promotions through there that are specifically targeted at people who type certain words and all of that. We also run, a little while ago, we did an event where we were live tweeting every single trade we made if we got like a certain amount of new customers that day, which we did, and we ended up live tweeting everything we do all day, which probably won't do that again. Yeah, so once we get out our more specialized packages, we're really going to start. We're going to really zero in on where we're marketing. I'm sorry, I never got to the end of your first question. How we got started with all this was almost a year ago. We're almost a year old. I've been trading with Kyle, my partner, for maybe 2-3 years now, something like that. And people started to notice because this is all we do all day, every day. And people started to notice that it was profitable, so they're like, "Hey, why don't you text me the next time you place a trade or something like that?" And we're just like, "Oh, I mean, all right, sure." And then it got to the point where we were sending out 10, 20 texts, and we're just like, "Let's charge. Let's see how much we can charge." And back then, I think we were charging $6. It's $35 now. So, and that was back with just a few clients, no system, just going for it, and it just grew naturally out of there. So all our growth is pretty organic.
Where do you see the business in 1 year, or what's the next step? Are you looking for investors, or are you?
Yeah, we behind Black Ink is my partner and I, Kyle. We're going through the whole licensing process right now, which is, he knows. Man, get that 65 book is just enormous. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going RIA, which is Registered Investment Advisor. At that point, we'll be managing our own fund and looking for public money. Currently, we have our own, it's a trading club formed under TD, you'll understand that. Our own private fund that we trade with, which is just our money, friends and family, that kind of thing. But once we get fully licensed and everything, we plan on opening that entire side of the company. So it's a whole other beast, but we're doing the dry run with our private fund right now, and it's going pretty well.
How do you choose your logo?
Oh my gosh, you're in my mind.
How do you choose our logo?
I understand the Black Ink, a lot of people don't. Since you were trying to say about the kind of demographics of the people that you were looking for, a lot of people won't understand what Black Ink is.
Right.
Understand why they call it.
That's our own little inside joke. You have to trade for a while to get that one, I think. The Black Ink is when you're stock trading, you write your profits in Black Ink.
So I'm just going to tackle onto that, and I would highly, you're in the beginning stage of this, and based on where you're going, based on what you want to do, I would highly recommend contemplating changing that. Just because if your goal is to target people who don't really know, they might be dabbing in it, at the point in which they're a stranger in that awareness and attracting stage, they're going to have no idea. It took me probably this whole presentation to actually realize that the ink itself is not a city, that outline is kind of.
Yeah, it's really small from where you're looking, and it's super pixelated. But the point of Black Ink was originally when we first started was to teach people that you don't have to be a suit on Wall Street to trade stock. You can be anybody nowadays with all the online systems and all the tools available to us. So we were trying to be really inclusive. We never want to approach our clients as Wall Street professionals. We're trying to be that friendly helping hand. The purpose of the logo is from the beach. This is the ocean right here. That was my little shout out to Santa Barbara, where I was from. All the way through the mountains where my partner is in Colorado, and then all the way over to New York.
So I love that. It's cute. It's creative. but I'm just gonna say it took 60 seconds too long to understand that. And so like for me, a logo is supposed to be like instant recognition, instant understanding, and between the not understanding the name and not understanding the logo, it's gonna be forgettable and personal to you.
Right.
You're not put outside the box. And your business is great, and I am like excited. I just like you on Facebook. I'm excited to see.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm excited to see
54
where you're
likes.
gonna go and what you're gonna do. I think one day I'll be your demographic. I don't know anything. Sure, like that'll be great, but like I recommend reconsidering the name and especially reconsidering the logo.
That's awesome. Yeah, we definitely will. We've gone through several renditions before this. The first one I think was made in PowerPoint.
Oh gosh, this hurt my ears.
Yeah, it was. We've come a long way, but we have a long way to go. So I really appreciate that feedback. I'll definitely bring that up with the partners. Yeah.
So I'll tell you, I love what you're doing because I really believe in everybody should own stock. I really do.
So
And
coin value.
Not just companies, but stocks. I think they're very good. You know, obviously we have a little difference in short term. And
Yeah, right. He's an investor. I'm a trader.
Yeah. So I mean, but I like what you're doing, and I like that you're targeting the younger generation to try to get them to kind of even just see the benefit. You know, even when I first started doing it, before I even went to school for it, the first year I did lose about $2,000, but the following year I made $15,000 in a matter of a year.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that could happen with everybody, right? That is not something that happens normally, but it opened your eyes to never work for your money, but make your money work for you.
Yeah.
And that right there, what I learned was totally opposite of what I was raised into. So I really do like the fact that you're doing this, you know. We have different, you know, short-term and long-term views.
Two different strategies.
Yeah.
But that's how the street works. Yes.
So, to follow on a little bit what Dan was saying, I'll first kudos to having the audacity to start something, right? And second is regardless of whether it's this or food, food business or whatever, it's really hard to start a business. In some ways, it's great that you're so young doing this because I think it becomes more of a risk as you get older and you have more responsibilities, right?
I have a little bit more time to screw up.
Exactly, right? So one, we appreciate you presenting here today.
Thank you for having me.
It's great that you're starting something and you're looking at a market that, for lack of a better corporate psychobabble adjectives, it's ripe for disruption when it comes to allowing anybody and their mother to trade, right? I will agree with everything Danny said, on, being able to grasp and understanding, and I spent time with you before, so I hung out with him, so, but
Just
I
had to
never
suffer
asked
through
him
it.
what the name of his company was or anything, right? What was the first thing I said to you about when we started talking about your?
Did you ask me what the why was?
I said, what is my problem that you
Yeah,
have
right,
a problem
yeah,
with?
that was.
Right?
Yeah.
And so it's good to hear that question asked by the people. My feedback is that you need a more concise statement about the benefit to the individual. You need something where somebody can not just immediate recognition and curiosity and stuff, but that they'll instantly get it, right? So it's not just about the logo. It's not just about. It's actually what this gentleman said a moment ago. Like, what would you create this phrase? Oh, make your money work for you.
Yeah.
Right. It needs to be that. It needs to be something along those lines. Find another marketing person. But I know what's missing.
Right. I know. I totally agree with you. You got me thinking when you were saying that.
On a separate note and related, tools. When you said we charge for the tools, can you expand on that, please?
Yeah, that's our newsletter and our text alerts.
Okay.
These resources that you lean on to be able to find trades. It's there's thousands of stocks out there, and if you had to sit there by yourself and go through each one and look for a setup opportunity, you're going to miss setup opportunities while you're looking for setup opportunities, and then you get the whole FOMO thing, and it's just a disaster. But when you work with a team, the pool of stocks you're looking at shrinks drastically.
So as part of your educating us as a group, that part also needs to be more concise about why community. So it's going to follow on to what I was saying about tools and having the individuals get it. Is also that needs to be more concise too. Is why the community is so important. Lastly, and I'll quit hogging this time, is
Okay.
have you thought about being, I think somebody alluded to it earlier, when they no longer need you, how do you incent that group to stay together, that community, and or do you have like, here's your basic, hi, I'm entry level, I want to learn what I can learn, I might get in and stay in, I might get out, you have like, and here's, so it's kind of the cable model, right, basic package, premier package, ultra package. Have you thought about that from a product offering standpoint?
Yes, absolutely. That's something we have in our pipeline is, like I said, we're working with Jetstock out of Sacramento. Best way I can explain this, this industry is convoluted. There's a lot of lawyers speak around it, so I'm doing my best to make it make sense for you guys today. Yeah, that's something we also face as a challenge in branding, and with the name and all that. We struggle to figure out a way to communicate trading is for everybody. Let the group help you. That's basically the message we're trying to get across. So that's,
As an old person, it's funny that everything old is new again. So if you remember, like when E-Trade first came out and their messaging and that kind of stuff, it was like that was part of their tagline. So anyway, those are my feedback.
That's brilliant. Yes.
Last question.
Well, okay.
Last question.
That's like rolled into like 5. But,
We can do it. I believe in us.
So I'm not sure how often you use the terminology tools. I'm not sure if it's in your presentation or if it's also in marketing pieces. But one of the things I think that the one thing that I found a little confusing going through is that you kept referring to providing tools, but you're really not providing an actual tool. So like I work also when I hear tool in the tech industry, I'm like, what's the platform? Like what actual tool are you giving me? You're really providing coursework or other things. So I would consider changing just the verbiage when you're doing it. I think it's easier to digest when you're talking. It's easier to understand that this is an educational piece versus a tool, because if you're going out and you're marketing or you're trying to get investors, hearing a tool is really different to hearing workshop or
Yeah, that was the first time I said that. Totally.
Okay. Yeah, I just cruised your social media website real quick and I didn't see it. My other thing is, because what you're doing is so confusing, and I'm looking at all of your posts, which are great and full of information, but like you lost me within 30 seconds. Consider making some videos.
We do. We have. Yeah, we're.
I don't see any of them on your Facebook page. And that's the first place, someone who lives in that world, that's what I would do. So just.
Yeah, that's part of our whole migration that we're going through right now. It's a nightmare.
Because I think that, so if you were a client, I would have no idea on how to, it would take some time, but creating a video seems like a really easy way to navigate between giving all the information without having to, someone to get through all of them.
Yeah, totally.
Are gone in 30 seconds.
It's a communications platform.
Yeah.
So I think, for people who don't know much, it sounds like that's kind of what you're trying to target, is maybe trading. Let them know what that means. A lot of people who don't even know what,
Right.
But trading or,
I think that's in our first video or second video. The difference, the difference between a term trader, position trader, day trader, swing trader, investor.
But they're like, okay, so what is trading? What are we,
Right.
stocks, right? So then,
Yeah.
just to kind of make sure that they know that what you're trying to say is the buying and selling of stocks.
If you watch our first video, I do a really cheesy explanation of stocks with the company Apple and Apple. And I then cut up in the video to have stocks. I don't know. You guys might want to follow me if you watch the videos. Terribly cheesy. Yeah, but that's super important. That's part of our going from the absolute beginning without even knowing what a stock is. We're starting at the dead roots and taking you all the way through. We find a lot of the people we get in are people that have done their research and have found us that way. People are interested in trying to learn. They find us through that, so they already have a little bit of previous knowledge. They'll usually hop in a few chapters in. Yeah.
All right, and that's it. That's a wrap.
Great. Thank you, guys. Thanks.
So that is it for our presentation with Connor Clancy. And we want to say thank you for everyone showing up for 1 Million Cups, Chico chapter. thank our sponsors and our organizers for showing up. We do have no presentation next week. We're going to have organizers meeting, and we will be posting who will be coming up next shortly. We have probably 5 or 6, which is actually good. We also have the remainder of the Chico State Center for Entrepreneurialism. I have 6 more presentations from different startups in our Chico Start, so we'll be hearing more younger startup ideas. So that'll be very interesting. So we'll see you next time. Thank you for showing up, and have a great day.
It's a SoCal thing.